Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montes and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic. And welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back here again. And in today's video, I know it is June 4th already and you're watching this video when it's June 4th. But I wanted to do another video for the, I don't know how many years it's been, but we're doing the anniversary for the movie Big that stars Tom Hanks. And this is actually a pretty great film for me because it was kind of one of my 2020 movies that I checked out during quarantine back in like summer of 2020. And I remember I said like I never wanted to watch it, and when I did, I ended up actually loving it. And we'll talk more about it in this video, but it really left an impact on me where I actually started loving it. And I kind of watched it like every time I would come on TV, I would actually go ahead and watch it. So let's go ahead and get started talking about Big. So I think the first thing you gotta talk about here is just the story. The way that the whole story is written as this, like, it's a basic story as you have this kid who is tired of being a child. He wants to do certain things, and what if he made this wish that would change him into an adult? Obviously, he doesn't want to be an adult, but he wants to be bigger, and so he wants to be an adult. And that sets up so many different things and certain moments in the film that just great. The way that the story is played out, it does it perfectly. Where he gets a job, he gets an apartment, he gets a girlfriend, and throughout the whole movie, it's like the way that the whole story plays out, it works well. You understand it. And I think that, and I would say like movies like this that are older are what work for me. Either these types of films or the Disney animated films. Those are the older sort of films from older times, not from the 20th century that I love. But yeah, the story in here was spot on, and it really worked, and I thought it was fantastic. And I think the characters in here were also really well done too. As you know, you have Tom Hanks, who, honestly, I might go out and say that Tom Hanks is my favorite actor. Mainly because in almost everything I watch with him, he's great in everything. Now, I'm not just talking about Toy Story. I've seen him in other movies besides Toy Story. I've seen him in Big. I've seen him in Forrest Gump. I've seen him in Castaway. Hell, I even saw him in Elvis. He's amazing in everything. Hell, my family was even gonna watch a movie called A Man Called Otto, which a lot of people have said is really good. I haven't seen it yet, so I actually do want to check it out because of him. Actually, I'm not gonna say he's great at everything because I did watch Greyhound a couple weeks ago. Not the biggest fan of that film, but you know, his character, once he changes, like, he's a man-child basically, because he's a child put inside of a man's body. He's a child put inside of a man's body. And honestly, like, if you ever watched the movie Shazam, which is a DC superhero film, it's a lot like this, where it's basically Big as a superhero film, and I think it works with Shazam. And just the way he acts is just so childish, and I love it. And even in the other characters that they add in here with the best friend of kid, I forgot the characters' names, but all of them I thought were delightful. And even the girlfriend I thought was really well done. The fact that he actually got Kevin's dad, the dad from Home Alone, pretty good casting. R.I.P. to him though. I thought that was a nice little touch. Kind of added a different role to him that we're used to seeing. And so overall, I thought the characters were actually really nice too. Another great thing about this movie is the comedy. I thought the comedy was spot on with this movie. Every single aspect of comedy in this film was done right. Especially since he's a man-child, but also they have those right moments of comedy where you can be serious but also be very funny. And it's like, since he's in like this toy company and he's like playing with these toys, there's like a scene where he's like playing with one of them and he like pops it out, and it's like it's actually like funny. Like you're laughing with the audience, you're laughing with the other characters too. It's like it's funny. So the comedy is great in this movie. Now, I couldn't really think of anything else as to what I wanted to talk about, but I guess you could say the concept of children in the film is quite good. As he is a guy that has these that got turned into an adult, it kind of explores the concept of children as just because you're a child doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. You can still get lots of great things from being a child. Because even though you can achieve a lot of things with adults, no matter what you do, it's kind of a relatable story really, as no matter what you do to try to change it, you're always gonna fall into the difficulties of life. Nothing's gonna change what you do. You're always gonna deal with those difficulties in life. And I think that was actually a really cool story that they explored with this movie, so I thought that story was actually pretty cool. The last thing I'm going to talk about with this movie is really just all the iconic moments that this movie has. Literally right out the gate, I think the first scene that comes to mind when it comes to iconic moments is this scene with Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks' character, and the old man tap dancing on the big giant toy piano, as I just showed you in the picture there. That is one of the most iconic scenes in the entire film. I would most definitely say. And even as I was watching it for the very first time, I was even asking my family, like, is this known to be one of the most iconic moments of the movie? And they were like, yes, it is. And I'm like, and in the way it's executed, you know what? I think after this video is done, I'm going to go look that scene up because it's so iconic and it's so executed perfectly. Where it's like they just play on the piano and everybody is seeing them, and it's just executed perfectly. I can't think of any other iconic moments, but that's just the one scene that really is so amazingly good. And that's my review for Big. I really liked this movie. I thought it was very good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the about section over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.